Hello, everyone. We are coming live to you from the Airstream, 16-foot Airstream. We are live on both Facebook and Instagram. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, guys.
Hey, everyone. We'll give everyone a moment to trickle in. Thank you so much for joining us for the pre-sale campaign. John looks amazing, obvious. We were just discussing how...
Thank you, Evan.
We've been living in a tin can for almost a month now, so if any of us are looking fabulous, we're happy to hear it.
It's been a heck of a journey. It's been a month-long road trip. We've been having a great time. Peyton's been working on the book in the process. It's been so great to see all the amazing things that she's doing with us.
Hey, everyone. So as I shared, we are both live on Facebook and Instagram, so please bear with us as we address comments on both platforms. Oh my goodness, Tracy, I just see that you purchased the book. Thank you so much already for the support coming in. If you're just joining us, we're here for the pre-sale party for the Rise from the Ashes book. Really exciting moment. I think we're both pretty excited about it. We hope you are too. We imagine that you are, since why would you be here if not? So if you are just joining and you haven't yet seen the link is https and then it's igg.me/@/Rise from the Ashes book. So you can see it already. You should see it in the links already, and you should see that it's posted on all of my different channels, so hopefully you've been able to head to that link. This is a great opportunity to open it up. I'm going to walk through the campaign, talk all about that, and thank you. Oh my gosh, Danny Youngman, it's been so long. I hope you're doing well. It's so good to see everyone. So throughout this time today, I'll be just sharing the background about the book, what you can expect throughout the next 30 days, because that's right, you only have 30 days. And my publisher already told me today that the more momentum we can get in the first 24 hours, that is going to help us be the most impactful. Because full disclosure, the biggest goal I have for this book is to be able to donate as many funds as possible to the Tuesday's Children organization. If you're unfamiliar with Tuesday's Children, they are an organization who originally was started to help 9/11 families after 9/11, but then from there they've expanded to help families who are victim to other war violence. And as you know, I mean, just in this year alone, we've had countless incidences in this country that could use the support of organizations like Tuesday's Children. So once the pre-sale campaign, once we have met the goal for that, and I'll talk about what those goals are, anything we get on this pre-sale campaign above and beyond the goal to fund all the marketing, pay for my editors and my publishing company to work with me, will go directly to our friends over at Tuesday's Children. So this is an incredible opportunity we have thanks to my amazing family. Some of you are on here who connected me with Tuesday's Children. They, like I said, been a huge help to John and his family throughout the past several years, and so we're really looking forward to the opportunity to give back. And then once that campaign ends, we'll talk about what that process looks like when you'll actually get a book. But then any sales after the pre-sale proceeds will also, a portion of the proceeds will also go towards Tuesday's Children. So again, this has been a passion project of mine. I'm not looking to make millions of dollars from this, because it's really something that's important to me, and I just want to give back to these communities that have been so directly impacted and have now, impacted my life as well. So with that, John, do you want to share a little bit of background about your story in your words for those of who don't know, or maybe just don't know it as intimately, and then I'll share a little bit more from there, how we got to this point.
Yeah, sure. So So as many of you know, but if you do not know, my father, Robert Henry Lynch Jr., he passed away on 9/11/2001. My father worked at the Two World Trade Center. He was the property manager, worked there most of his life, and one, he was an amazing man. He was absolutely incredible, and I got to go with my father to work often, like a lot. And to this day, I'm not even really sure what my father ever did at the World Trade Center. He had a big office, suit and tie, briefcase, pager, cell phone, and all day we went shopping, we went to Central Park, we went to Yankees games, we had a ton of pizza. Some of my best memories with my father are at the World Trade Center. Growing up, it was a great place to play. I remember to this day, like, the cushion in the lobby was always like a really fat carpet, or how my father and I would ride the elevators at the World Trade Center because they were so fast. And once you get to that top floor, the observation deck, you would jump right as the elevator is going to stop, and you launch like 3-4 feet in the air. And my dad did it with me. It was such a great place. So the nice thing also is that my father, everyone knew him. He was, like I said, he was the property manager. Everyone knew him in almost the entire 2 buildings. Bobby, hey, how are you? So when we were trying to go into the building, we got stopped at least a dozen times. People wanted to talk with him, etc. So he knew these towers inside and out. So on September 11th, my father was actually outside of the building when the planes hit. He called my stepmother Elizabeth, left a voicemail on the house phone, which we still have to this day on a little cassette tape, saying that he loves us. It's really bad. It's really bad. He was out of the building. He's not sure what's going on. He loves us, and he'll call us back. That was the last we heard of my father. My father went back into the World Trade Center to help evacuate people from what was going on. He was a hero that day, and we have a little bit of a timeline of that morning for him, and he was one of the ones who did not make it out. So it's been a lot of my family, of course, over coming up on 20 years, and it's every day. You know, you think about him. He says hi in a way or something, and he was been honored. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor from the White House from President George Bush. So we went and accepted that, of course, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. It was really, really, really great. Years later, Payton comes into my life, and we meet actually at the Freddie Awards, which many of you know what that is.
I saw Evan on here, Freddie Ready, for any of you
and,
who get that reference.
So on one date, on September 11th, 2013, I believe, I take Payton out to dinner to Bonefish Grill, just a regular date. You know, we've only been dating a couple months, and I felt I needed to tell her this story, this part of my life and my family's life. And little did she know what she was getting herself into.
Yeah, I will definitely say it was not the dinner date that I had planned for that evening. And my eyes were just opened so wide to the type of person that my husband is. And, that's sort of what's led us here today. And I would love to hear from all of you if you feel comfortable, because I know that this is a sensitive topic for a lot of people, and you could probably already see me getting emotional just hearing John tell his story again. But if you feel comfortable sharing into the comments, if you were alive during 9/11, where were you on 9/11? I love reading through those stories, not because I love trauma and these sad moments, but because I think it is one of these defining moments that brings us together, is, having this combined shared experience of we all know where we were when. And for me, I'll share, I had never even been to New York City before 9/11 happened. In fact, and that's a shocker, right? We lived only 2 hours from New York City, but I had never been there before. And I was in second grade at the time, so still very young. I remember getting home, and I know my mom's watching now, but she was watching the TV, and I just remember her saying something was bad, and I didn't really understand what that meant. And then it was a few days later that we drove up to the New Jersey, New York line, and that my dad took us there so that we could just see this frankly, a very unfortunate part of history unfolding in front of us. And again, other than posting hashtag never forget every year. I never came in contact with anybody who was directly impacted by this until I met John. So again, yeah, we had only been dating a short period of time when he was very vulnerable with me and shared his story. And I remember sitting across the table from him and just thinking, how could this have happened to John? Because John is so kind and loving, caring, really just cares about so many people. Obviously, I'm biased. I think he's amazing because he's my husband. But I thought if I were in the same shoes as him, I wouldn't have these personality traits. I thought literally, man, if this happened to me, I don't think I would be as awesome as John is, as resilient as John is. So obviously I knew that John had this trait. I knew that this had an impact on his life and who he is. But it wasn't until this past year that I really started connecting the dots. And many of you are already aware of our journey through the past year. Obviously, 2020 was not kind to anybody, right? We've all sort of had our challenges. And it's been challenging at times to find the silver lining. I mean, last year you were laid off. Yep. Still crossing our fingers that he'll get that call back to Disney someday. And then we both lost grandparents last year, not to COVID, but, still really tough. One, to lose somebody, but also to try to grieve in a pandemic is really challenging. And then we found ourselves in the midst of our battle with infertility, all at the same time. And the battle with infertility was already really weighing on us. And that was already challenging. And then now isolate you from your friends. A lot of our friends started moving home. A lot of job loss in the Orlando area as well as other places. Dealing with unemployment. Like, there were just so many stressors on our lives. I started working remotely. So it just, I was and still really am, frankly, in a bad place. And I was getting sort of angry because not that John wasn't upset, not that John wasn't acknowledging the circumstances, that things were kind of crappy right now, but he was handling them in such a healthier way. And at first I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, just be mad with me, okay? Like, this is awful. Be mad. And no matter what, he's like, I'm here with you and I'm here to cry with you, but I have hope that things are going to get better. And that came from this place of knowing, and I remember him saying, he's like, I've already been through hell. I know we can get through this too. And so I realized that this isn't something that I should just be angry about. And there is a place for that, right? There is a place to be acknowledging of our circumstances, but there's also a place where that becomes unhealthy, and we need to become victors instead of victims to our circumstances. So, I could not sleep one night. It's like 3 a.m. I was thinking about our life and how things have been going to plan or not going to plan or whatever that means. And I said, and it was actually the 9/11 anniversary for 19 years was coming up. And I remember I woke him up. I said, I think I need to write a book about 9/11, but it's not so much about 9/11, the event, but it's about people like you, surviving children who lost a parent, who now 20 years later are triumphing after their tragedy. Because I've learned so much from watching him go through this, and I figured there was something else, and John is one of 5 siblings, right? And I've seen this resiliency in every single one of them. And so it's one of these things where I was like, okay, this I know John's amazing. This cannot be an anomaly. There have to be other 9/11 surviving children out there who are having these same experiences. And so that's when I got connected. Thank you so much to my stepmother-in-law, Elizabeth Lynch, my savior, who got me in touch with the contacts over at Tuesday's Children because they heard my heart for this project, and they connected me with about a dozen or so that I've been able to interview 9/11 surviving children whose stories are compiled in this book. Let me tell you, when you hear these stories, you are going to be blown away and just absolutely moved. I'll quickly share a story. I'll share two stories. The first is about Nicole Foster. She was 5 when her father was killed in 9/11. And then at the age of 15, she was diagnosed with leukemia. So this girl, just continued to get hit punch after punch after punch. And yet today, she is working in the healthcare field. She has written books to help people in healthcare. And she also works for the CARE app. So she's providing therapy and resources and all over, health resources for people who, like her, have had a tough time. So she's truly come full circle and has been a helper. And you'll notice, too, a lot of these 9/11 surviving children, they're in career fields where they're helping others. I'll also share about Rebecca Acero. She is one of 6 kids. Her father was an FDNY firefighter who was lost that day. 4 out of the 6 of them have become FDNY firefighters after their dad. And just hear her talk about how she felt so moved to do this, even though she knows her dad lost her life. Helping others, she still went into that field. I'm sorry, it's really tough to recount these because they are so powerful. And while we do discuss the pain that many of them went through in this book, what we would like to focus on, not because it's not that we're not focusing on the pain, because that pain is there and it's totally valid. But what I hope to show others is that 9/11 surviving children, again, John, you are incredible. They're not superheroes, right? They are people just like me and you. And we've all been through something, especially this year. We all have the opportunity to tap into this resilience and find what those practices are that can help us get to that next step. So in the book, I'll also recount some of my current challenges and how I've applied the learnings that I've gotten from the 9/11 surviving children, as well as some of the therapists that I've spoken with as they share their insights. A lot of these practices I have adopted for myself, and they have greatly helped me. And again, I'm not in a perfect place. Grief is not a straight line. But I am definitely in a much better place than I was a year ago. And I know that is because of what I've heard in these stories. So again, I'm just so excited to be able to share this with you, seeing how it's helped me. And like I said, I can imagine that there's someone out here listening to this who has just been through the ringer. And I want you to know that there is hope, and where there is hope, there is life. We're going to get through this together. So with that, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Presale campaign. As I mentioned, the link is available for you on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere that you follow me, you can find that link. We only have 30 days, folks. 30 days. And I know it sounds like a lot of time, but it's going to move quickly. And like I mentioned earlier, I already heard from my publisher that the first 24 hours is the best time to get the momentum moving. And again, this isn't a big profit thing for me. This is so that we can get this project off the ground and running, funded, so that we can get this moving. And then lastly, once we do meet the campaign goals, so that we can get the extra funds up to Tuesday's Children. That being said, there are different tiers that you can purchase as a part of the pre-order campaign on Indiegogo. So the first one I'd like to talk about is the ability to pre-order the paperback. And that comes with several perks. I'll talk about a few here. If you purchase one paperback, you will receive a personally signed copy of my book when it's published. And there may be an opportunity that's there's a beta group of readers as a part of this, so you may get the book before anybody else before it's launched in August, which is so exciting. I'm very excited to be able to put that personal mark on those books for all of you. From there, you may have seen the mock-ups, the pictures that I posted of the books with the red background and the white text. That is not the final cover of the book. If you pre-order one copy of the book, you will be able to help and assist in picking out what that cover looks like. So in the next few weeks, I'll start working with some cover designers. And so as a part of my author community, once you are bought into the campaign, you will be able to help me pick the cover of the book, which is so exciting. I'm super pumped for that part. From there, if you purchase a paperback copy of the book, your name will appear in the acknowledgement section of the book. So literally your name will be in my book. So this is your opportunity if you want to see your name in print, to go into the bookstore, which, does anyone go into bookstores anymore? I don't know. I still like bookstores. Or go on Amazon and purchase a book and see your name in it. That is one of the perks available through pre-ordering. All right. From there, you will also be invited to join my author community and get behind-the-scenes sneak peeks into the publishing process. So I've been posting very freely up until this point, and I'll continue posting updates on social media, but there's going to be exclusive content that's only available to the folks who buy into the pre-order, the pre-order campaign that you'll have access to. And then from there, you'll also be invited to the launch of the book. We'll have another party. Not sure about in person at this time, maybe a hybrid of both given the current environment, but you'll be exclusively invited to that celebration when the book officially launches. So those are the perks available for most of the tiers. From there, if you decide that you're going to purchase 2 or more copies, you will also get a personal note from me. We can totally negotiate about what that looks like. If you want me to send you a singing telegram instead, we can make that happen. I'm more than happy to get creative here about how that personal note looks like, but know that that is an option for you in the perk tiers that are 2 copies and up. From there, once you purchase, like if you become an author champion or a super fan, so that at that point you're purchasing several copies of the book, which I bless you if you do that. I would like to say at this time, I think the book makes a great gift to somebody who's going through a tough time. So if you're looking to get several copies sooner rather than later, I apologize. My nose is running from crying earlier. Now it won't stop. Thank you. So if you become an author champion or a super fan, that is when you get a live talkback session with yours truly, the author of the book. What we could focus on really, again, that is something we can talk about when you purchase that tier. If we want it to be more about personal development and the learnings, I've already had the opportunity to present the learnings I've had on podcasts, as well as within the Walt Disney Company internally, and coming up soon at DeSales University, I'll be sharing my insights with the community there. Or it can be just specifically about the book and raising awareness about the book. So again, you have that opportunity. A session would normally run about an hour long for me to come and talk to your community, whoever that is. All right. So please send in if you have any questions about any of the perks available. I did notice the question, will it be available for Kindle? There is a pre-order my ebook option, but please note that if you purchase that option, you obviously will not be getting a signed copy since it's in a digital format. But that is available for you as an option, and it is compatible with Kindle. Awesome. All right. Please, if you do have any questions about the campaign, send them my way. One thing that I know that comes up as a question is about international pre-orders. I know I have Betty and Eric, my best friends from Mexico, on here today, and some other friends who are around the world right now. If you please send me a direct message, and I will get you that international information. For those of you looking for the website information, I'm going to try to share it in here right now without messing anything up. It is https://igg. My autocorrect is getting the best of me. .me/@/Rise from the Ashes book. And that's where you can go and find out the tiers that are available to you. And for my Facebook folks, it was just posted there for you. Folks are saying, you want me to sign your Kindle? Hey, if you want to send me your Kindle, I'm more than happy to sign it, put my autograph on there. But there you go. That is the link available to you. And again, my publisher, and actually my MRE is on the page. I want to give her a shout out. One of my editors on the book, Rebecca, she's here on the Facebook live chat. Fellow Disney bride, which, first of all, the fact that I got paired with a Disney bride to be my editor, I mean, could that not be more perfect? Perfect. And she's a New Yorker. So, I mean, really, it's almost like the stars are aligning here. She is incredible. She's been working me through the whole thing. So thank you so much, Rebecca, for everything that you've done for me so far. Really, really appreciate it. All right. Some other information that's really important. There is no shipping cost. That's all included in the price that you see on the Indiegogo link. So that's taken care of for you there. Again, international shipping, please direct message me and I will get you that information. Now, all that said, I know that this year has been challenging for everybody, spiritually, mentally, financially, all of the above, right? So if you're on here and you're finding that you're not in a position that you can contribute to the campaign, one thing I want to let you know of is you can back the campaign and give a donation without purchasing any of the perks. So maybe you're feeling extremely generous, or maybe you only have $1 to give. You can do that as well. But the other thing that's really important is to share. And this is where I get to the really exciting piece here today about some of the prizes that I promised you all would be coming. So if you are here listening to me now, you are the first to know of the contest. Basically, if you share my post or the links to the Indiegogo link with your audience, and you send me a screenshot and send me a message of those places that you shared it, each share will enter you into the contest. Now you're wondering, what will I win as a part of this contest? Now, obviously, I'm running the live stream here on both of our devices, so I can't post the pictures right now, but you will have the option of winning one of 2 9/11 t-shirts. And so I'll share the pictures of those. I'll give you the options so you know what you are eligible for winning. But sharing is free, right? And sharing is caring. And see, Justin is amazing. He's asking all the right questions. But yes, you are eligible to win one of two different t-shirt styles, 9/11 t-shirt styles. They're both, I don't want to say they're cute, but maybe that not everyone's into that, but I really like the designs of both of them, and I think you will too. And again, really, really excited to get the word out here, because again, my publisher is stressing that these first 24 hours, these are the hours that really count. So just you being here with me today to talk about the book, it's just so encouraging. Now, please can continue sending your questions in. I'll answer them as they come in. I want to talk a little bit about the goals. So we talked about all the different perks. We talked about what options you have available to you on the Indiegogo link. When I pre-sell 120 copies of this book, that is when I will be able to publish a paperback and the ebook. And then so that's the first goal, right? We just have to make it to that. And then we can start talking about what our next options are. If I pre-sell 120 copies of my book, we'll be able to go on to our next goal, which is selling 150 copies of the book. If I'm able to sell 150 copies of the book, that will fund the hardcover edition of the book, which would come later in the year. That would not publish right away in August, but it would come later in the year. All right, from there, if we exceed that goal, and I believe in you all. I mean, you've all been supporting me 110% this entire way, so I know we can get here. Our final goal we have for funding versions of the book is if I pre-sell 200 copies, I will publish a hardcover edition and an audiobook. So 200 copies will get us to that audiobook. I don't know if I personally, listening to my own voice is never fun. Hopefully you all enjoy listening to my voice more than I do. Maybe I'll even come out with a singing telegram version of the book. We'll see. I mean, the subject matter is a little heavy to do that, but it sounds like there was interest in that option for the tiers. So we can make that happen. But I will be recording that audiobook if we're able to pre-sell 200 copies of the book. Now, that all said, if we exceed that goal, like let's say we get to 200, easy, right? Because you're all rock stars and super, super supportive of this journey, which again, thank you so much. That is when we can now pile all the extra funds that come in off of sales to our friends at Tuesday's Children. And then at that point, project is funded. All those additional funds will go to Tuesday's Children, and then a portion of the proceeds, once the book is officially launched, will go towards will also go towards Tuesday's Children. So once we have that hardcover edition funded and that audiobook funded, again, portion of those proceeds goes towards the Tuesday's Children organization. Caitlin, thank you so much for pre-ordering. Donna, about the share button, I'm not sure if you're on Instagram, but you can go and share the live there. You don't have to share the live for the contest, but if you share the link that I posted in the event or on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page, if you share that link and send me a screenshot, you'll be entered into that contest. And then for that contest, we will do a randomly generated name pool. I'll do that live as well. That way you can all see who was selected for that t-shirt. And then we'll go from there. So we have a question from our best man at our wedding, who actually introduced John and I. Can we choose the voice you read our name for the acknowledgments section? Hint, Dolly. Yes, so again, if you pre-order a copy, you'll be in the acknowledgments section. So I guess it's true, in the audiobook, I would need to read the acknowledgments section. Yeah, I mean, hey, like I said, I'll make an exclusive copy just for you, Evan, in that Hello Dolly voice. And again, if singing telegrams is the way to go for all of you, I'm happy to do that. But again, I really appreciate you all tuning in today, as well as on all my posts. I know I've been posting a lot about it, so I appreciate you all, come along with the journey with me, and it's been really exciting getting to this point. We've got a lot more to come in the coming days. Just so you know where I'm at now, so obviously the pre-sale campaign is live, but I've sent my entire book, 47,000 words. I didn't even know I knew that many words. And that has all been sent over to my publisher, who's currently reviewing it. They're going to edit things, and we'll have discussions around those edits. And then I'll be, again, you're now all part of that author community once you do purchase one of the perks in the campaign. And then you'll be seeing kind of behind the scenes what that editing process looks like. If there's a word for it, I think I would have to make a new word. Nervited, right? Nervous and excited.
It's a good combination.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Again, if there's any questions, please let me know. Thank you all again for joining. I know it is Good Friday for those who celebrate, and a busy holiday weekend coming up, but I really, really appreciate you being here. John, I don't know if you have anything else to add.
Guys, the love and support on this journey that Payton's been going through, and we're going through together, but I'm telling you, I've read this book, and it has something for everyone. Anyone who's gone through a difficult time or troubling time, or maybe you're in a difficult spot right now. I'm telling you, there's so much to learn and grow from this book. It's really incredible. And I'm not just saying that because I'm her husband. I'm not just saying that. It's a beautiful piece of work. It really is.
Thank you. Carlos, thank you so much. Robin, love you. Bonnie, Aunt Connie, love you. Aunt Patty, love you so much. Thank you for everything you've done to connect me with folks in the 9/11 community. Amy, as for questions about cover options, that will be coming up. So once you pre-order one of the tiers of the books on the Indiegogo link, that's when you'll be entered into the author community, where you'll be able to help me select a cover for the book. So we don't have any options yet. Right now, you'll see that red cover, white text, the mock-ups, but I'll even say just seeing those mock-ups made me so excited to see it's coming to life.
It's coming. This book is green-lit. This book is coming out, and this August, and just in time for the 20th anniversary of 9/11, which is so crazy, especially some of the 9/11 surviving children you interviewed in this book. Some of them were one.
Right.
Think about it, 20 years ago.
Some of them are 20 years old, and we'll talk about this more as we go. And then yeah, I often say the 9/11 kids. None of them are kids anymore.
We're not kids.
They're all adults. So yes, Amy, the link is in my bio on Instagram. If you go to that link, you will see it is a link tree, and the first item is pre-order a copy of the book. If you're on Facebook, you will find it right on my Facebook page. You'll see it in this event that you're currently on, and then on LinkedIn, I have the link there as well. The short link, if you would like it, is https://igg.me/at/rise from the ashes book. I know that is a lot of words there, but that's the one that you'll want to share out with everyone, and we'll go through from there. Barbara, thank you. Aunt Barbara, thank you so much for your support. KJ, so good to see you. Donna Hart, thank you. Betty, I love you. Aunt Linda, thank you so much. Yes, I'll be honest, since I'm here with all of you, I haven't seen anything come through yet. So I'm I'm nervited to see everything that's coming through. But again, thank you all so much for being here and supporting this journey. Mm-hmm. It really would not be possible without all of you. You are helping my dream of getting the word out there of the resiliency that these groups of people have. So in order for us all to learn that, you're helping that dream become reality. And I just can't wait to see who we hopefully get to help, right? Like I said, this started as a passion project for me to see that I am it's been helping me in my journey, and so thank you again for being here. KJ, too funny. Say hello for your mom for me. I miss the days of doing theater with you in middle school. What a good time. Gilly, speaking of Dr. Gilly, you never cease to amaze me, so thank you so much. Liz, what part of the country are you coming from? For the live stream, I'll say Midwest. But we are circling back home right now, and we're sort of bummed that the trip's coming to an end.
It's been a month-long road trip across the country. We've seen some amazing things, national parks. We've just had a great time, but we are at the point. We are curving our way back home to Florida. We're not there yet, but we'll be home soon.
Yeah.
And then back on the road, probably sooner than later.
I mean, we've been talking about, like, do we go full-time? What does that look like?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, our hope is that John gets called back to Disney. But as you can imagine, our worlds have changed so much in the past year. And, I've been very blessed for the opportunity to work from home and now work from anywhere. So
we could bring our home with us wherever we go. It's a beautiful thing.
John, your mom says you look like your dad. It's the facial hair.
It's the facial hair.
I don't know where the red comes from. I know it's the Irish, the Lynch in him, but it's not like his hair is red. I don't know. It's very odd. So, Chrissy, yes, I know I have a house guest waiting for me. We told her to watch the dogs. Inside joke. Ask her if she's watching Rex.
Who's here? So don't worry. We brought the dogs.
Don't worry. We have the dogs, but inside joke. I agree. John looks good. Carlos, I owe you a Zoom chat. Like, overdue. I feel so bad. But let's connect as soon as I get home. Scott, we will definitely send you a wave when we pass through. Amazing. All right. So we're coming up on about 45 minutes. Thank you all so much again for your time with me today. Please throw in any additional questions or comments that you have. But at this time, I would love to propose a virtual toast with all of you. I have a water bottle, which is totally bad for my brand because I love environmentality. But this is what I've got right now. So here's my water bottle. John has his reusable water bottle. So at least one of us is being a good kid right now. So whatever you have, whether that's your Friday glass of wine. Oh, Missy, I know you're all over that. the toast. And toasting with an energy drink. Yeah, Justin, you better, because I want to see more handstands come in from you. And Barbara, yes, family get together is overdue.
Way overdue.
Pat, we love you so much. So glad you're all settled in your new place. Coffee, yeah, okay. Everybody has way more exciting things than we do with our water here. But I'll start, and then John, if you want to add any closing toast notes. So I just want to raise a toast to this book. Obviously, like I said, none of this would be possible without the countless 9/11 surviving children I've spoken to, the counselors who have given their time to talking to me about post-traumatic stress disorder, post-traumatic growth, all of these things. Thank you so much for the time that you've poured into this project, and for all of you for believing in me. I'll try not to get emotional again, but truly you're all helping me to have this dream come true so that we can help to make sure, one, that something like this never happens again, that we provide the resources to the people that it does happen to, and that we create better empathy for each other when we're going through these hard times, because God knows we all could use the extra empathy and caring and comfort from one another right now.
To this amazing book, to my wonderful, beautiful wife, and to my dad, and all the people, the amazing people who we lost that day, whose lives were cut way too short, way too soon. Cheers.
Cheers! Well, not as exciting as if I got to all lock eyes with every single one of you in this moment. But monument is all the same. Thank you all so much. Like I said, that contest, you're the first ones to know about it on this live stream. Share that link. Send me the messages when you do, and we'll enter you into that contest. Thank you all so much for being a part of this journey. And yeah, we'll see you on the other side.
See you
Bye,
soon.
everyone.
Bye, guys. Love you. They're still on Instagram.
I don't know how to get off.
You guys get extra.
Hey, everyone on Instagram. Did I just hit X? Oh my gosh. Where's my Zoomer sister when I need her? All right. Bye, everyone.